Hello friends, topic is kids can't read. Let's rant.
All right, y'all. I am slowly but surely realizing that it's not just the kids that can't read. It's not just the kids that can't read. Remember that little no left behind law that, one of y'all nice little presidents decided to do? It left a lot of people behind. And now they're grown adults with children themselves, and neither one of them now can comprehend or read well. It's sad. You know what? Because some of y'all didn't never hear.
The kids can't read, and it's a bigger problem because it's actually affecting music. All of these new rappers that y'all be talking shit about, they make music the way that they do because the kids can't read. It's not just about reading, it's about the fact that the kids can't process language. They don't listen to music to learn the words, to listen for rhyme schemes, or any of the literary elements involved in rap. They just want to hear noise that's melodic. They're not even trying to learn the lyrics. They're not trying to mimic it. And this is also why talent is lacking so much, because the kids can't read. Your fucking kids can't read. They got the sound effects like boing, boing, boing. The kids don't want to take the time to listen to the lyrics, decipher the meaning, get the wordplay, put two and two together and understand. If Lil Wayne said real G's move in silence like lasagna today, that would go over most of y'all kids' heads, because one, they cannot read the word lasagna. They also don't know how it's spelled. A lot of them might not even know what lasagna is. No shade. It's that serious how bad y'all kids are very detached from things that they aren't personally experiencing. Bottom line is the kids can't read, but the adults can't either. Visit your local library.
So y'all arguing about school supplies and your kid not even reading in the proper grade level. That is crazy. Y'all arguing about school supplies, but when a teacher calls home and says your child is disrupting class, you say that's their job to deal with. Some of you are arguing about school supplies. School supplies cost this much. School supplies cost that much. But you're buying your kid Nike and name brand shit. Please be fucking for real. We're arguing about school supplies when these kids can't even read in the proper grade level. That's baffling to me. I don't understand that. Your kid is bad as fuck in school. You don't discipline them, but you don't want little Billy to share his pencils. Let me tell you something. These teachers gonna take the label off all that shit anyway. What you gonna do? Go up to the school every day and monitor? You gonna monitor school supplies? These teachers can't even get your ass up there for a parent-teacher conference about your child's grades and behavior, and y'all worried about some fucking school supplies.
So yesterday I came to the realization my students can't read. That is the tragic truth. That's not good. Sorry. That is a tragic truth. And I struggle with being told that I have to focus on certain standards on grade level text when my kids are not reading grade level. And I just don't really know how to navigate that. I see they're struggling. They're not going to read because they don't understand what they're reading. You're going to give them a test with a text on it that they don't understand. So they're not going to attempt it because then that makes them feel a specific type of way. They don't want to struggle. And I get that. I do. But at the same time, they're not going to get better either. So it's like a catch-22. Do I push them and try to get them to understand grade level text? Or do I come kind of down to their level and try to show them the standards on a text they do understand? Is that a possibility? I don't know. It's a really difficult decision to make as a teacher, because you're told that they need to be reading grade level text, But at the end of the day, they don't understand the grade level text. So in reality, like, what are we doing, you know?
Where are the parents at? These kids need help.
A video I never skip is when teachers tell us how dumb kids are today. And dumb is probably mean to say, but it's just kind of true. And obviously it's the parents' fault, but I never skip a video because when I was in school, I breezed through high school, like breezed through it. I struggled a little bit, but it wasn't hard. Like there was nothing about my high school. I went to a public school. There was nothing about it that I could say was really hard. The only time I struggled is because I was lazy. Like I was the issue. When I got to college, baby, I got humbled so bad. And I didn't even go to like any prestigious college. I just went to like a university, right? In where I'm from. I struggled so bad those first couple years. Also because I was partying too much. But honestly, I had to try. And it humbled me. When I got to math and I got a business degree, so I did like statistics and all types of other like just the levels of math that just go and go and go. I had to get a tutor, and I was humbled because I was like, why do I need a freaking tutor? Like I failed the first one of the classes and I was like, I can't fail again. Like I'm never going to get out of school. Or out of college. So I had to get a tutor. These kids, the way they're describing how these kids are not really that smart, I'm thinking, or how they don't want to try, they don't read instructions, they can't read. I'm like, how are these kids going to go to college? Like, what's going to happen with our doctors and our like stuff we really need as a society because they can't read? Like what's going to happen? Does anybody think about that? Like in 20-30 years, these are our doctors and our lawyers and our tax people and our, I don't really care about that, but like our finance people. What are we going to do? I mean, I'm going to be fine because God got me, but they're going to be so humbled when they got to college. I was so humbled. It was bad. But I figured it out because I had no choice. And that was before, like, the internet was a thing, but that was before social media rotted everybody's brains. So I don't know. I pray that we will be okay as a society.
I have just started school. I go to a CUNY. Most people in my English class are, like, 18 to like 22 range, like pretty young. I've gathered upon observation, these little motherfuckers can't read. Yeah, they can't read. Wow. I've heard of this phenomenon, but to see it up close is pretty scary. I'm 32, so if you weren't ready to go to the next grade, you were staying right where you were at. I remember kids repeating the second grade like 3 times. They didn't give a fuck. Bring that back. I know I'm no fucking genius, but god damn.
Yo, every day I am seeing, I don't care if it's on YouTube, I don't care if it's on Instagram, I don't care if it is on TikTok, somebody is sounding the alarm about the fact that kids cannot read. Some of them are talking about third graders, some of them are talking about middle schoolers, some are talking about high schoolers, some are talking about college students, and comprehension as well. And I'm telling you, please make a plan for your child's education, because if you don't, basically you are signing them up for the next wave of slavery. And I am not being dramatic. As we know, we recently heard the announcement that elementary and secondary education are now going under the Department of Labor. And guess what the Department of Labor is responsible for? And that is the future of our workforce. Whatever the Department of Labor thinks the workforce is going to look like in the future is what they will be advising that schools need to be teaching. That's what their input is going to be at the primary and the secondary level. So if AI is taking over everything, and I'm not saying that it is, because right now we don't know all the implications of AI, but we do know that there will be, we don't even know what it's going to really look like. All we know is that we're hearing a lot of jobs will not be here, and we don't know what the new future will look like. So what if in the new future we just need more tree cutters? And there's nothing wrong with being a tree cutter, but if your child has the ability and the interest, your future child has the ability or the interest to do more than cut trees, then the public school system is not going to serve them well. And when we think about education, we should be thinking about like the broadening of the mind, the ability to think, the ability to solve problems, and not just the ability to carry out tasks. And we all know that, you know, the whole quote by Rockefeller, that basically the educational system is set up for to make employees. And I think with the world looking the way that it looks, I really don't think you want to leave the future of your child to an educational system that does not really care about educating him. Because the best way to enslave someone is for them to not be able to think, not be able to problem solve, not be able to comprehend or reason. And unfortunately, a lot of students are there right now. So imagine with the implosion of our current system, that's going to get worse before it gets better, if it gets better. So please make a plan for your child's education. Do not rely on public school to educate your child. I'm not saying that you cannot send your child to public school, but be aware, be involved, and have a supplemental educational curriculum, process, program, whatever, outside of school, that you are ensuring that your child is being educated to think, to be a thinker, to be a problem solver, to be creative, to be innovative, so that they are not beholden to whatever our future looks like, and they will not be a slave to it.
So sad. What do you think about this? Comment down below, and thank you for watching.